You a fool for this one.
Welcome to Cousin Talk. I'm Simone.
And I'm Kelsey, and we are back for episode 2. Woo! Episode 2, guys. We're excited. We kind of want to talk about adulting as a topic, but then also relationships as a topic, and then how they fuse together as well. Because you don't really get prepared for adulting. You know, like, they don't tell you. Like, in school we had, did you guys have, like, in high school, it's like a home ec type thing. They teach you how to write a check.
No, we didn't have that.
Oh.
We did not have that. So.
Huh.
Yes, I did.
We learned how to write checks, and it's crazy because nobody writes checks anymore.
Mm-hmm. But you were taught.
Barely.
To balance.
They taught us 1 week how to write a check. No, we didn't learn how to balance a book. We wrote how to write one check.
Well, that's the point.
So that was right.
They just said, fill in this information.
Yeah,
okay.
But you need a class. I'm not going to lie. I have not lived on my own. Like, I've lived away from my parents and away from my siblings. I think for a month out of the country, and then, of course, out of their home. But I've never had to pay a water bill. They don't teach you how to do that.
Yeah. You figure it out.
You figure it out. You're going to get that bill in the mail. The invoice should say it.
Yeah.
An energy bill. I used to work at the gas company, so I know that.
Mm-hmm.
They'll tell me what to do.
They will tell you what to do. Oh.
Yeah, let's pace ourselves. Sorry, guys. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Tonight I am drinking Peach Crown, ginger ale, and lemonade.
And do you like it?
By the way, I'm acting. They know I like it.
We can tell.
I realized today, which is a part of adulting and it's a part of relationships, because I'm trying to buy a truck. And we were going to catch up about that.
Mm-hmm.
It's stressful. And the first time I bought my car, I was 21. I was about to be 21. And I was just so focused on, I want a 2018 car because it's 2018 in the year.
Yeah.
I want a car with 0 miles on it because I wanted to flex.
Okay.
To be honest.
Really?
So I didn't test drive the car. I didn't investigate the car.
And how old were you at the time when you...
I was about to be 21.
I was one of those that I got my permit at 15. I was driving, had my license at 16. I didn't care what kind of car it was. So for me, like, I bought, my first car was an Oldsmobile. Like, it just, as long as I could put a key in it and get out of the house, like, I didn't care because, of course, before you get to adulthood, you are just thinking that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
You just can come and go as you please.
Well, let me clarify. When I was in high school, because did you work in high school?
Yes.
Okay. I wasn't allowed to work in high school. They probably knew I didn't have the attention span to work in high school. So I had to do things like just focus on school at the time. During the summer, cut grass, make a couple dollars. Because I was doing it on my own,
yeah,
I was calling around for insurance. And at that time, I want to say Geico or somebody, they were like $680 a month for just me by myself. And I'm like, absolutely not. So my dad, of course, saved the day, put me on his insurance. My portion was $240 a month. And everybody was like, that's amazing.
Oh yeah, I think mine was less than that. I don't really quite remember what it was, but I know it wasn't that much. And I was 24 when I first got my first speeding ticket. And I think I was just, even still, like, I think I just was stressed because it was like a few months before my wedding. But I've never been in an accident.
That's how you were speeding.
I know. I've never been in an accident, and I've only had like one ticket for speeding and then 2 other tickets for...
Were you speeding when they got you?
Yeah, I was going 15 over.
Me too. My first speeding ticket, I was going 15 over.
Oh!
And I was so mad. I tried to explain to the officer.
I'm happy about that, but okay.
I'm a believer you can do 10 over. I'm going to do 10 over.
No. I'll do 5 over, even on the freeway. Like, if it says,
I'm gonna do 10.
If it says 60, I do 65.
On the freeway?
On the freeway.
Oh, I know you.
Like, I'm that kind of driver. I'll be driving if I'm following, like, my husband, because he just is, like, very smooth, he ain't afraid of nothing. He'll just go. I will be driving behind him if I'm following him somewhere, and I will just be like, I'll see him when we get there, because sometimes he'll leave me.
Yeah. Okay, look, I just had a moment, and I was listeing to you, but I was drinking. It was so good. I looked in the camera and I winked. So if you watch our podcast on YouTube,
you did not put that red cup away.
If you watch the podcast on YouTube, I winked. But
Push
anywho,
it away.
but yes, I heard you, and I'm upset about that because on the freeway, the left lane is for us that need to get to where we gotta go.
I don't drive over there.
I'm just saying. So to know that you are a far right driver upsets me, and I'm gonna tell you the far right driver is for anybody who doesn't want to go more than 5 over.
It's safe.
That's too dangerous on the freeway to go that slow.
It's not
because
dangerous.
People, think about
How can you say it's dangerous?
Think about it. If you're on the freeway and you're driving, and they're getting onto the freeway to merge, they're gonna already be gassed up so they can hurry up and jump over there to the left.
I move to the middle when I know that is happening.
But see, you move into the middle, only doing 5 over. Middle lane is already people who are willing to do 10 to 15 over.
I've had big semi trucks beep at me. Why you laugh? I have. I'm like, you see the speed limit, and then sometimes because it'll scare me, so then I will get all over to the right.
I'm one of the people that
you want to
get where I gotta go, but I won't go more than if it's the most I've ever seen on the freeway is probably 70. I'll do an 84. What's wrong?
What? Did you say 84?
Yeah.
No.
But the thing about it is,
72.
I keep up with traffic. So
I would be like, oh, this is
no.
good.
Listen, I'm keeping up with traffic. So if it's a lot of people out and I'm doing 84, cool, because we all doing it together. But mind you, if it's an empty road or not too many cars out, I'm not gonna be the lone wolf speeder, so he can get me. So I'm gonna get in the middle lane and I'm gonna do it. If it's 70, I'll do 79, 80.
Because for me, in my mind, I'm just like, you never know out of that pack which one is going to get caught. Because
That's true.
Someone's going to get caught just because, I'm just keeping up with the traffic.
Yeah.
But the speed limit has told you what you're supposed to do.
Well, I'm just going to say,
part
officer,
of adulting.
I'm going to say, officer, my mom is so sick.
You're a horrible person.
She knows I'm going to say it. We didn't catch up. The car situation is stressing me out. The dealership I call, this is the truck I see, the price.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, yeah, that's the price. I'm like, cool, we agreed to it. I put money down on the truck.
Mm-hmm.
The dealership, then I get on the phone with another guy. We're going up $1,000 on the price because of competitive rates. But it's only $1,000. It's not that big of a deal. That's what he says. I was like, oh, you're right. Like an idiot. So now I have a new price for a car. Not for remembering that taxes are going to hit. They have a shipping cost. Even though I'm picking the car up.
What?
Yeah. So my dad, I tell him after the phone call. And so now we're up like $8,000 from where we left off.
No.
And he like, what happened? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I need your help. Adulting is like, these kind of things. So that's why when I walked in, I'm like, I need a drink.
Yeah.
Because it's never easy.
Yeah.
Which made me think about relationships because I was in my room getting ready for this right here. And I'm like, I'm one of those people who speed up things sometimes. Mm-hmm. So I start jumping the gun a lot.
Yeah.
So I could have been patient and, I'll wait for my dad to be around. We'll do the call together.
Yes.
But I'm excited. I know I'm ready to buy this car. I know they have the car I want. I'm thinking I'm supposed to be in the car tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so I thought about that. I'm like, do you think it could be that because I know I'm learning that about myself now, and it's a shame. I'm 25 and I'm learning. Kelsey, you are not patient. Mm-hmm. Like at work, they say, you got to slow down. You wouldn't have made this mistake if you just slowed down. But I'm so used to working fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm thinking, like, what if I've had relationships in the past or friendships to where I wasn't patient enough? Mm-hmm. Do you think that...
I don't know. I guess it definitely will translate, right? Because of how you handle situations are going to translate into how you work. It's going to translate into how you build or lose a relationship.
Yeah.
And in some cases, I guess it's a pro, and in some cases, I guess it's a con. It just depends, what you get out of it.
I can't see there being a pro of me not being patient. Like, you have to slow down, pump the brakes in life, pump the brakes in relationships, work, buying a car. Like, slow down.
Yeah.
Even with our podcast, I was having moments of today getting dressed. I was tired. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, why am I so tired today? Should we even do it? Should we cancel? Mm-hmm. Is it even going to be as big as we wish it could be one day?
Yeah.
And then I was like, relax. You're on episode 2. Yeah. It's not even out yet.
Right.
Success is having fun.
Yes.
So I had to slow down even in that. So I just was like, dude, you got to slow down.
Yeah. And that's another reason why I'm so glad that we're doing this, because this is something that we can do that we enjoy doing. We enjoy catching up. We enjoy talking and getting each other's opinions about such situations that we go through. So that's always cool.
It feels good to also just put it out there and say it. It's one thing to be in my room getting dressed, realizing it.
Yeah.
But vocalizing it and talking to someone, it's just like, yeah, it is something you work on, but also knowing it's not the worst thing.
Yeah.
Your definitely. Reaction is letting me know it's not the worst thing.
No, it's not. Because that's the thing too, is that you always, as I think, will be your kind of like your worst critic, or not your worst enemy, but you just kind of self-reflect, and you, even with that, like, you kind of jump the gun with trying to think too much into a situation, which can happen. You just got your mind is going a mile a minute because you just got so much going on, especially in these times. So it's easy to get caught up, but at least you're able, like you said, to realize it and kind of back up and just, woosah, take a breather, and not let that stress you or weigh too heavily on you.
Yeah, I'm one of those people, and it's probably why, like, oh, my back hurt, my neck hurt, all that stress. Relax, slow up, So that's one thing. But what would you say the it's different too, because like you said, generation wise it could be different, but what's the biggest life lesson you learned or part of adulting pre-married life? Let's start there.
Oh, I think pre-married life, I was as a person that just was a little bit more judgmental, not in the sense of talking about somebody from the sideline or talking out the side of my neck, but more so of just being like, especially people that I care about, I just wanted all of us to just be great and to not fail and to not make mistakes. And you learn that people are going to make mistakes. People are, you got to, and everybody is different. Just because you don't move a certain way don't mean somebody else isn't going to move that way. Or just because they made a mistake, but now they're a better person because they grew from that mistake.
Right.
I just looked at it as, well, you should have did that. And it's like, you can't be like that. Life isn't like that.
And it's crazy you say that, because that's the patience once again. Because I had that same thing, Sim. I would be like, just because you're at that light bulb moment, everybody else is not going to be at that moment.
Yeah.
I've had friends where I remember one time we were hanging out, we were having drinks, and I think we were like all 19 and 20.
Not 21.
We weren't 21, but and so here I am thinking I'm having a light bulb moment, and in hindsight, it's like, what are you doing? But I'm like, when are we gonna grow up, guys? Because I feel grown. We're having drinks.
Yeah.
When are we gonna grow up? When are we gonna stop doing these things? And they looked at me like, who are you?
We're not there.
Right.
Yeah.
But even so much as to say, like, who are you asking us about that? Like, you was not my mom, not my daddy. But I was having a moment in that moment. To be like, I could have waited for this drink.
Yeah.
Or I could have just, I don't know. So it just is crazy.
Yeah.
Just because you have that moment. And when you put that on other people to be like, y'all need to be at this moment with me.
Yes.
That's where relationships are like.
Because it's added pressure. And it's really all about trying to control a situation. Like for me, throwing caution into the wind or taking chances causes anxiety for me. And it makes me feel like things are out of control. So I need to try to control it. And I need to control the people that are around me. And I need to control the situations that I'm in so that they don't get out of hand. Well, again, that's not how life works. And you have to be able to just let things flow. Like you said, it just, just take a breather, just relax. Like, even if you mess up, that's okay.
Right.
Even if you make a mistake, that's okay. You don't have to stay in that state of mind, and you don't have to continue making mistakes. You can just make a mistake and move on. Which
is also, I think, a huge thing when it comes to adulting.
Yeah.
You think by the time you graduate high school, you need to have everything planned out.
Yeah.
If you don't know what you want to be in college, if you don't know what career path you're going on, you don't feel complete. Because there's so many people around you that have that moment. So then you start maybe making some not so good decisions. But then even when you fast forward to maybe you graduated college, or maybe you didn't go to college and you're a few years into work, saving up money, and you think, what am I doing? I'm 24 years old. I don't have it all planned out. That gets to me sometimes. I know for me, so if that was your big life moment. I would say my biggest life lesson so far has been you don't gotta have it all together.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay.
Yeah.
You're looking at other people around you, and the one thing I've learned is online, like, you gotta stop that. Instagram will tell you, I have an apartment, I have my car, I have da 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 da. Who is to say that's not their apartment?
Yeah.
That's not their car.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. But
Yeah.
they're getting paid to say that, or maybe they're not even getting paid, but people are tuning into it.
Yeah, it's definitely the influence of that, right? Which is where we are in this time. I remember growing up and being, 17 was the magazine, right? Everybody read that.
Yeah.
I constantly read 17 magazine. I subscribed to it.
Wow.
And would get them sent to my home. And after a while, I was just finding myself from time to time being depressed. And I didn't realize it was because I was looking at these magazines, and not that anything was wrong with the magazine per se, but for me, I couldn't handle looking at images of what a teenager was supposed to look like.
Oh my goodness.
And so I started having body image problems and everything else, even though the magazine was giving like advice and fashion advice and health advice and skincare advice and hair advice.
Yeah.
The girls that I saw, the picture, visually what I saw, I didn't match that.
Right.
And so it bothered me. And now I'm finding as an adult, certain things are bothering me again because I'm constantly online. Again, it's definitely, it serves its purpose. We're doing something that is for a platform, social media platform. So it serves its purpose, but it's just, it can be, you got to be a strong person mentally.
Let me tell you, most men may not want to chime in on that topic. They may not, because we're not going to say, we kind of let women run that. Like, this is how we want to look or whatever the case may be. Because no dude is going to say, I'm insecure about, well, maybe they will. But it's just not something most men say, like, I'm insecure about my body.
Right.
But when I tell you, Instagram makes you feel like you have to have a six-pack. You have to have the goatee connecting. You have to...
Yeah, I mean, especially...
I didn't have body issues before Instagram, and now all of a sudden I'm like, am I overweight?
Yes. Not even just that. Even just on television, right? Because what is it? People get through their holiday seasons, and right away you start seeing all of the treadmill commercials. Ooh. Because they are like, and all of the gym membership commercials, because you're getting ready to get prepared for summer. Now we're 100 and some odd days from summer, and it's like crunch time. Woo! Like, I feel the pressure.
I just started working out 2 weeks ago, and I'm very, very, very proud of myself.
Very good.
But let me tell you, the pressure from Instagram. I'm like, oh my God, summer's coming. Summer body is not right. Have vacation coming up this summer.
Oh.
So that's why I work out. But come to find out, you don't get to jump back into working out like I'm 18. But I would come home, and I made sure I did 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups every single day.
Yeah.
Every single day. So when I tell you, I look back at those pictures, and I'd be like, whoa, like I didn't even not realize what I was doing to have that body.
Yeah.
But I would be like, I didn't even do nothing to have that body, and I got six-pack, da-da-da-da. So now I'm like, let me jump back into that. Mm-hmm. I can't get past 25.
Let me tell you something. Wait. What did you just say? Like push-ups or Oh my
both,
God.
All of it.
I can't do a push-up to save my life, so I have to do the women push-ups, and even
like
still,
on your knees.
Yeah, and even still, I have to do like 5 and then take a break. Take a break.
And let me.
No
this
shame
is
in
an
my game.
embarrassing story, but it's cousin time, and things like this come up, and it's hilarious. I seen Chloe had the revenge body.
Oh,
show,
yes.
like a spinoff or whatever.
Yes.
She's on the floor doing these things where, they get on their hands and knees, but they take their one leg and they kick it out. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the name of that is. Do you know? I don't know.
I don't know. Just like a leg lift?
Maybe.
Okay.
But I was like, oh, that's smart. So I started doing it.
Mm.
And my dad and sister are like, they see me doing one day. They're like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm working out. And they're like, why are you doing that workout? And I'm like, I don't know, guys. It just burns fat, I guess. They're like, no, that's to get your butt lifted.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's why I was like, is that a leg lift? Because that does make the booty grow.
I was like,
so you don't want to do that.
And then it clicked. I'm like, oh, that's why I saw her doing that. Like, it all makes so much sense.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, they just put what you see on TV, you see it on Instagram, you see it, you think, let me just start doing whatever everybody else is doing.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Stop. Don't put the pressure on yourself, guys. But okay, so we talked about that was your biggest life lesson about adulting. I would say if I take that and I think about friendships or relationships, and if we break it down to like siblings, parents, friends, I'm gonna go with, as I get older, the most appreciative relationship I have that I'm most appreciative of is different from being a teenager.
Okay.
It would be my friends. Now it's my parents.
Okay.
I'm learning the things they tell you are not because they want to control your life.
Yes.
It's not that they need to hear me say I'm 25 years old. I got it.
Yeah.
It's more so we've been there, we've done that. And I've seen my dad. We were talking the other day, me and him and my mom were talking. And when I look at the things that they've told me, and he'll be like, slow down. You don't necessarily have to move out just because you're past a certain age. You know, you don't have to necessarily be married at a certain age or whatever the case may be. But he literally has put in my mind, there are so many other things you could be doing. Let's say you don't move out. Maybe you want to get out the country a few times, get some stamps on your passport. Yeah. Own a few cars, own something. Yeah. You know, develop ownership. He was like, even if you live here, but you, let's say, own a piece of land or you're renting out a building, you winning. Yes. And I was like, whoa, my parents literally just simply want better for me than what they had.
Absolutely.
You know?
I think there's two sides of that, especially when it comes to adulting. One, you get to realize that just because so-and-so is doing it this way, that doesn't mean you have to do it that way. Because there's so many other avenues and so many other ways for you to get your own personal goals done and completed and accomplished. Number two, where you don't care. You truly are just like, yes, I understand that you have a problem with the way that I'm doing not from your parents, right. But I mean just from people that are, you know, on the side or
do you know co-workers. I have never cared what other people. Now,
I know, but like seriously, like you get to, and not like I don't care. I mean, like
like I just genuinely don't.
Like you're just are like, you know what? Thank you for that feedback. Thank you for your opinion. But I'm gonna keep it moving this way because this is what I want to do.
I'm gonna interject real fast. You're right about that, and I'm not there 100%, but I was there a little bit with buying the car situation. Yeah, I thought I needed to flex. Okay, that's because you care about what other people think. Yeah, and maybe you don't want to say that, but you do. And now they say hindsight is 20/20. Yeah. If I could go back, I would get me a rusty, beat up car with no car note and live my life. My dad said, don't go creating bills for yourself. Once you do, you'll never stop paying them. And I'm like, that's why I work, to pay bills. That car note? Yeah. Because it's going to be a whole nother worried about what somebody think when it's repossessed.
Yeah, it's real in these streets.
You know, like these bills, like, I just literally, like, I appreciate it so much because the older you get, you know, they mean well. Yes, they meant well.
Absolutely.
So that's mine. I don't know. Has yours always... I mean, well, clearly not. I was going to say, have you always thought that? But, of course, as a teenager, you don't think that. But no. What would you say has out of those, you know... Well, you can't say siblings. She's an only child.
I'm an only child.
But out of your friends, family, or I don't know, what would you say, like...
I would say, I just think being grown right now, like my relationship with probably my husband has been such an enjoyable...
Was that shade because I'm single? She like with being grown and my husband like I'm not grown because I'm single?
It wasn't shade. Ouch. But you're giving a single perspective. I'm giving a marital perspective.
You're right.
And my relationship with my husband, just seeing how it has gone through so many different transitions, even though I don't know why, but you feel like your mate, it's like you're the same people. And you're always going to like that, you know, things are going to stay the same in some sense. And it's not like you grow individually and then you grow together as a couple. And I truly have 100% enjoyed seeing that growth. And we haven't even, I mean, we've been married 14 years now this year. And and we haven't even really
Holy Spirit activate.
We haven't even really quite reached not even close to our peak. Like we're still growing as parents, as couples, as like it just, I'm so appreciative for that relationship and adulting with him, and he keeps me in line, you know, with certain things.
Oh, that's beautiful.
He truly helps because there's things where like I'm just more of a optimistic. And he's a little bit more of a worrier. So for him, number one is like, we got to pay the bills on time, and I'm that person that's like, there's a grace period for a reason.
That's
They
crazy.
They want you to use that grace.
I would have said flip.
No,
about y'all too. I would have thought you were the worrier, and he would have been like, relax.
No, I worry about other things for sure. We take turns with
like
what
I've
we worry
seen
about.
her. I've seen her. Like, let's for example say, her son scratches his leg. I've seen her be like, "Oh my God, it's getting amputated."
Oh my God!
But I've seen her husband be like,
dramatic.
"He cut his leg." That's why I didn't expect you to just say that.
No, when it comes, like, he is more relaxed. We take turns. When it comes to our bills, though, this man does not play any games.
I know that's right,
and it's for a good reason because we get to stay in our home and stuff. But like he knows me.
Where am I gonna go if I need somewhere to move into? And he didn't let her use a grace period, and I ain't got.
But at the same time, like he's very like patient and loving because he knows who he married. I'm the only child. I'm spoiled. My dad still takes very good care of me, and my husband is his partner with that. And I'm gonna let them.
Here's a perspective you can't chime in on.
Oh,
I can't say nothing about marriage. That was beautiful. First of all, let me clarify.
Well, thank you.
Because I'll say that I like the generation we're in now. Older generations have gender roles.
Okay.
Now there is no gender role. The husband might cook dinner.
Yeah.
The mom might cook dinner. The husband will help clean up. And I love that. Like, what I'm saying? Yeah. Older times were very different.
Yes.
You might not see in the 60s maybe? Or is that too recent? That a husband will be walking around cleaning up the house and the wife will be at work. You know what I'm saying?
No, not in the 60s. Probably more so in the 80s. You
maybe
would see more women working outside of the home.
And that's what I'm saying. So that's why I appreciate just now you can watch it be a team.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I think it's beautiful what you guys are saying, because I've been able to witness a lot of y'all relationship, and you guys are such a great team.
Oh, thank you.
So that is so nice. And my parents, of course, I've seen that displayed in front of me, but it's different when it's your mom and dad. You used to that. But you can't say nothing about siblings. So I'm going to get on my soapbox real fast.
Okay.
Now, I told her before we started recording, she was like, "Oh, your shirt is so nice." I told her I had a story about this little shirt. And I don't think you know this story.
It's green, right?
Yeah.
I'm not tripping. Okay, my favorite color is green, so I love it.
And I like it because it's so loose. It's Calvin Klein.
Oh.
Now.
Okay.
Have I told you any stories about this shirt?
No.
Okay, good. I don't want her to pretend to be shocked.
Yes.
First weekend, I'm wearing it. Our friends are at the house. Well, me and my brother, so I'm the youngest of four. He's 3 years older than me. And we are having a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Our sister's upstairs. 2 of her girlfriends are upstairs. Me and him are talking. I'm like, man, I ain't trying to hear what you're saying. I walk away. I go upstairs with the rest of the people. He like, did you just walk away from me? He grabs the shirt. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, it was a $75 tag on this shirt. So I do break loose. I go up there anyway. He comes up there. So now we're going back and forth in front of the mix. And it gets heated, y'all. Because now brothers, if you have siblings, if you have brothers, y'all are going to box every now and then.
Oh, Lord.
So it's getting amplified. And I was wrong. I shouldn't have walked away. But I know all I'm thinking about is this shirt. And I'm like, oh my God.
My shirt.
I took the shirt off. And I was cut up at the time too.
That is a street. That is signs that you about to be about that life. You don't take your stuff
That's
off.
why. So when I tell
is a signal.
But look,
that is a signal. You don't do.
So when I took my shirt off, I was trying to say,
saving the shirt.
I can't replace the shirt. When my brother see me take my shirt off, and he's like, oh my God. When I tell you, he leaps over one of the girls.
Oh.
Yes. So we are just we're tussling. We get to the stairs, still tussling. I ain't got no shirt on. And Auntie comes home. She's like, what are y'all doing? So now she breaks up the fight. But I'm just like, this shirt was saved. So whenever I put this shirt on.
You were like.
And people get to compliments, and I'm like, it was worth it. It was worth it. I think I got punched in the back of the head. I might have got him in the chest.
Wow.
But it was worth it.
Yeah, but see, you have to know. That's definitely, we're going to talk about that too. It's certain things that you just don't do.
I didn't know that at the time. I wasn't, it's so crazy. When we have a conversation as a family, and my dad is, regulating, it's like, that was out of pocket on both ends.
Yes.
So it was all bad, but I just would have to say I genuinely did not take off my shirt for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
Although at that time in my prime life, I was a little bit more cut up. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
No.
I don't think that would have.
I know, they always let me know. They always let me know. It's not accurate. So you definitely push the boundaries with each other. And I remember my parents telling us, do not treat your friends better than you treat your siblings.
I have actually a story kind of similar to that.
Do you?
Yes. Okay, so of course I'm the only child, but I was raised with my cousin our other cousin, of course, because we're 10 days apart. So we were pretty much raised like twins. And she and I got into a fight, and we typically didn't let it get physical.
Is this like adulthood or like just childhood? Like, it doesn't matter.
Mind your business.
Okay.
It was adult. It was as adults, unfortunately.
No, I mean, it's okay. I was like 18 with that one.
And we got into it, and I was wearing this shirt that I love. My mother had bought this shirt for me. I just loved this shirt. And she and I got into it, and my shirt ripped.
Oh, I
don't even know if she remembers that. But once we were done doing what we were doing, I didn't do what you did because I know street code.
I took that shirt.
I didn't think about it.
Was it expensive?
Not necessarily.
Or it was a gift. Though.
It just was a gift, and it was something that I really liked. And when I noticed once we were done doing what we were doing, I saw a rip in it, and I was just crushed. So I understand you saving your shirt. I just wanted to say that.
I had to save my shirt.
Yes,
but it just, and of course, like I said earlier, hindsight is 20/20. You don't. If I could take it back, and this crazy thing is, when the thing we were arguing about, like before I turned my back.
Yeah.
We actually, neither one of us messed with those people that we were
arguing about.
Like, they're not in our lives anymore.
Right.
So it just goes to show half the stuff is not worth it.
It's just not worth it.
The older you get, you just be like, I'm going to say, save our breath, save our energy. Mm-hmm. Really think about what we're talking about here. And that's another reason why I said, don't treat your friends or something like that better than your siblings, because those are your day ones.
Yes.
I grew up sharing a bed with my sister. Then me and my brother shared a room majority of our lives because he was the middle kid and I was the youngest. Mm-hmm. So the only girl was going to get her way and the oldest was going to get his way. So we were together forever. And it just is like, that's probably why we have like a love-hate relationship.
Yeah.
Because, if we got to handle our business, we're going to handle our business with each other. He know I'm going to ride. I know he going to ride. But when we are like stuck in the house together, it's like, get away from me. Because I've been with you so long.
Yes.
But like, you just don't. And I remember thinking too, hearing, don't treat anybody better than you treat your family. So then I thought, well, I'm going to just treat people just as mean.
Because I don't treat them well.
Right.
That is horrible.
I ain't nice to my siblings. I ain't going to be nice to you. But then I'm like, oh no, it's the other way.
Even if I have issues, I just feel like at the end of the day, absolutely, when it comes to family or even friends that I consider family, mm-hmm. don't try it because it's not gonna go well for you. Mm-hmm. I'm not a violent person, but I'm just saying.
And with family, you might not see eye to eye with your family, you guys. And everybody can relate to this.
Yes.
If you are beefing with your sibling, y'all kicking it, and somebody disrespects your sibling, you gonna forget about y'all beefing. And you're going to be ready to do what you got to do for your, like, you just...
It should be automatic. It should be automatic.
If it doesn't kick in, you got to reevaluate your priorities. Your family should come first. No, for real. Look, I know, that might sound bad.
You should reevaluate.
You got to reevaluate.
You need to jump in.
If you're not... I would never see my brother into it, and I don't.
I say this much. I feel like we would... I think that everyone, as an adult, would try to de-escalate the situation... depending on what's going on. Like initially, your initial thought is, oh, okay, let me break it up. But then if things start to... if things start to go left, then it's like, now we got to take you.
Okay, in your honest opinion, as my cousin, am I someone that you're going to look to de-escalate the situation? Or do you know that adding him into the equation is about to take this to the next level?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Be honest, because I have my answer. I already know.
No, I feel like you're very level-headed. And I think that initially you would be like, no, let's not.
Yeah.
Just go get back in the car.
Let's say there's drinks involved.
If there's drinks involved, you are going to take a bottle to someone's.
I'm just like, I don't understand why we are even hesitating. Let's handle this. And I'll be ready for some action.
Stop it.
I'll be
with
like,
the
what?
suburban kid.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not.
Yeah.
I mean,
you are. You are. But at the
but
same
I'm one
time,
of those kids that, yeah, my parents spoiled me and I grew up in a different way than they did, in maybe a different area than they did, but also at the same token of knowing we know what it is.
Yeah, I think
You know
that
what time it is,
all of
but-
us were raised like we're not gonna start it, but we gonna finish it.
Yeah. I remember I was meeting some new people for the first time and someone was being weird. We didn't know them. Well, we knew of them and they were being weird, but the people I was just meeting, I'm talking like, if they don't chill out, it's gonna be a problem. And they look at me and they're like, cuz you ain't gonna do nothing. And I was like, I took that personal because I'm like, dang, do I give that energy off? Like,
I'm not gonna do nothing.
I'm not gonna do nothing because now I gotta check. Do I gotta start talking like this?
Oh Lord, did you just get deep with it?
Do I really gotta start?
Oh, let me see. What?
Mm.
What you want to do? Was that scary? It wasn't at all.
Hey,
Did you feel threatened?
I didn't. But did you feel threatened when I really tried to talk deep? No.
No.
It doesn't matter how I'm
So
talking.
it's
Just
like
know.
you're not off the bat. Your personality isn't intimidating.
I told you what my friend said. Quit smiling. What are you smiling for? Like, I was like,
yes. You're not the Hulk. You are.
No. In my mind, I am the Hulk.
You are Tom Holland.
This is the second time she has.
You're Spider-Man. So you got it. But that's just not. You don't wear that.
You're right.
Wear that.
You're right. You're right.
Yes.
Oh, you're right. I am, out of the superheroes, I would be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Because you don't expect that person to be doing that.
Yes.
And then out of nowhere. So can I be Bruce Wayne?
Is that because you just saw the Batman movie?
Yeah. Yeah, and also because Bruce is he just is wealthy and he runs in the circle of like stars. I don't want to be no slinky high school kid. I'm Bruce Wayne. You don't expect that guy in that suit to pop off, but the alter ego.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like that
I have an alter ego.
That unexpectancy.
But anywho, guys, I feel like I want to say we tackled that well.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think we missed any type of relationships or things that you just don't see coming as you get older.
Yeah.
So this was fun, you guys.
And we will see y'all later. The cousins will see y'all later.
Yeah, this is Cousin Talk.
Cool. You a fool for this one.